Halloween season is over, my favorite holiday. If you've watched any of my Halloween decoration videos, you know that we are big into it, and people often ask me, like, where do I get my stuff? And the truth is, most of my stuff that I buy after Halloween, the after Halloween sales. So I thought I'd just go through what a typical year's haul is. Actually, this is probably a little heavier than usual. But I hit up all the stores that do a decent amount of Halloween stuff. I got these skulls at Target, just $2.50 a piece. These are not super detailed or anything like that. But you see, I did some blackout on the eyes of one, and I'll probably do the others as well. We have lots of skulls, and to make like skull piles and stuff is really cool. Also at Target, I got some spider web. I got the stretchy kind, not that usual like filament kind, but the kind that actually has like bands. Those are obviously one-time use only. But I also picked up this, which I've been meaning to, is I've had one of these big long spider webs, but they do not, the ones I've been able to, the only ones I've been able to find have been the kind that are like pipe cleaner material. So as soon as they get wet, they kind of just, you know, degenerate. And I've been wanting to get the ones that are more like solid, you know, rope kind. So I got this here, $15, but 15% or 50% off, gets you just $7.50. Comes with the hooks and everything like that. And this is also the kind that is, when you hit with some black light, will look really, really cool. So that's a good thing. I also did usually go to Lowe's. They did not have very much this year, which Lowe's is kind of up and down. They had a tremendous amount of Halloween stuff this year, but just not much left over. Got here, we did go hit the Spirit Halloween stores. That's always a good bet. I'm kind of up and down in Spirit. Their animatronics, I kind of am not that sold on anymore. I haven't bought any in a few years, just because they always seem to be very flimsy, and they're made of wire, and you have to put them together, and they just don't look very substantial. But we always go there. My son picked out this out of night sort of bat. I think that was... that's the thing, is you got to go, if you go on the first day to the Spirit Halloween store, it's just 25% off on November 1, but usually November 2, November 3, it's 50% off. So this was just $4 for that bat. And why don't we just go ahead and look through the rest of our haul from Spirit Halloween. Styrofoam tombstones, I'm not very big on them. I bought a few early on, and they just died quickly. Mainly because of the base. The old days, they kind of just had like these little plastic sticks that went into the ground, and they just always snapped, usually within the first year or two. So I think they've gotten smarter, and they make them more now. It has like a base built into it, and it comes with a substantial spike. So again, they're not as good, I think, as the more like the ceramic ones that I have. But for $5 each with the discount, not too shabby. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, yeah, the classic hands in the ground. I have a pair just like that, but they had just cardboard spikes, so again, they disintegrated. So, good idea, the sort of things that, like, you buy stuff, and over the time, things that you have, you know, deteriorate and can't be as used every year. Like those with the cardboard spikes, I just cut the spikes off, and I just used them in disembodied hands. You heard me mentioning about black light for that spider web. Well, we got a nice black light projector for just $11. That's the kind of stuff I really like. Also got some more orange string lights. We only had one set of those, so here's two more, again for just $6.50 each. Let's see, if you got the fog machines, you got to have fog machine cleaner and fog machine juice. Just always buying that. $5 each for those. Good stuff there. Oh, this is my son's. Of course, because my boys go and help me, I always let them pick out an item or two for their own. My one son picked out the bat, so my other son picked out this. Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with Halloween. He just thought it was funny. He wants to sit there and do it for Fortnite. Yeah, so pretty cool. And finally, our big purchase for the year, another inflatable. I've kind of wasn't big on inflatables when they first started appearing, but you can actually find some ones that are creepy. So I thought this was worth picking up. So it's an archway, one of those inflated archway. I think it's tall enough, 12 feet tall, so that you can actually walk underneath it. Some ideas that I would probably put this across our driveway. So that's the Jack the Reaper is the mascot. So yeah, obviously I'm actually not going to set him up. We'll test him next year, but pretty cool, big, massive 12-foot inflatable, and just $65 with the discount. It was the last one, so feeling pretty happy about that. So yeah, so all that stuff that I showed you, the inflatable, all that stuff. So the total price on all of this was right at $160. So a fair amount of money, but if you keep spending, you know, that much in these after Halloween sales, over time you can pretty quickly build up a very nice Halloween collection. All right, and the last thing to do before putting away Halloween completely this year is I'm going to do some repairs. When you have as much stuff as I do, and some of it is getting to be pretty old, it breaks. And sometimes it's repairable and sometimes it's not. But this guy here, who I've actually had a number of years, but believe it or not, they still sell this. I think it's called like, oh yeah, there it is. Death Row Shocker is the name brand that it sells under, and they still sell that. So if I can, what has happened with him is that pretty simple to assemble him in that he has a long stalk that goes up here into the head and torso area, and that screws into this portion. But if you know the character, he thrashes all about pretty violently, and that has broken. If we can find it here, yeah, there in fact is the stalk. So I tried to see if I could unscrew this portion here, get it out, and refix it, but it is just been in there for so long that it is not coming out. So I got to find a way to get this back in there in a way that it's going to stay. Now, of course, I could super glue it, but it's not going to stay, especially if you actually turned them on. So I've got an idea to see if we can, in fact, fix this. So I purchased this, which is something I've been kind of needing to get one of these for a long time. It's a plastic welding gun. And despite the name, what it does is it's just a very simple thing. You can see the elements here. Let me open it up. But that heats up, and then you have these small, I'm not sure what you call them, rivets, something like that. But the idea is that these, you melt these, you push them into the plastic, they're heated up by going in the element here, and so they just melt right in, and then that reinforces the plastic. So we are going to try and see what we can do with this. First, I will in fact see if I can do a super glue on this, just to get it standing up on its own, and then see if I can get this fixed. We'll see how this goes. All right, I don't know how well you can see in there, probably not very well, but so that's what it looks like. These wavy portions go here, just melt into the plastic and kind of brace it. And you come along here with some snippers and just snip off those things sticking out. So try and get this in there a little better. All right, and that's how it looks post-repair. Managed to get behind it pretty decently, so I'm hoping this will allow our guy here to continue to be shocking. And finally, that is the Halloween season put away. In case you're curious, that's what it all looks like, stacked up neatly in the corner of the basement. Takes up a lot of room, but maybe not as much as you would think. But anyway, that is how I Halloween. Thanks for watching. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. We really appreciate it.